Morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are listening to our podcast show. My name is Segun Abraham and I welcome you to another episode on Emmy's Room. And today, as a host, I have my friend, one of the moderators, and one of the people that has been with me from the onset of my life journey, like my educational life journey in Bangkok University. And today is the co-host for today's episode, and it goes by the names Emmanuel Michael. And I welcome you to the show, Emmanuel Michael.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, welcome. What do you have for our listeners today? Because bringing you to the show today, it means we have a lot to talk about.
A lot.
Yeah, before we move on, I would love to remind our listeners and our viewers out there that for you to have follow up on our episode, you can kindly subscribe to MS Pop channels on YouTube, and you can subscribe to our Spotify account, which is MA Room Podcast, which we are really going to appreciate. And today we have an interesting topic to talk about. That's why I had to go and call Emmanuel Michael. Come, you have to be the co-host for today's topic. So, but before I dive into today's topic, Emmanuel Michael, what do you really think about domestic violence? Okay, let me come as a social work student, because domestic violence is actually a social problem.
Yeah, it
there
is.
Are many homes are going through. So, as a social work student, it could actually be your research project.
I bet
You don't want
my supervisor minute.
Yeah, okay. Okay. But as a social work student, what do you feel like domestic violence and its impact? Because domestic violence does not have positive impact. It has negative impacts to every individual that has actually gone through or have experienced domestic. So what do you feel the negative impact, and how do you feel how can we come about it to eradicate domestic violence? Before we even dive into what domestic violence is itself.
Domestic violence is not just for women alone.
Yes.
Both men, women to face domestic violence.
Yeah,
and it's a very serious thing in society, whereby at some point it may end up in a very dangerous way, like either one partner killing the other or both.
I would say domestic violence is the mistreatment of one family member or intimate partner by another. Its impact can be physical, sexual, verbal, emotional, and psychological. Or we can say one partner not listening to the other.
Or gender equality.
That's true.
So let me just drop in my idea. Since you're the host for today.
That's true. I really like your insights about what domestic violence is. Because it could actually because of what's it called? The cause could be one party not submitted to another. Majorly, it could be the cause gender equality. That as the man, I'm the head of the house.
You need to submit.
You have to submit to me.
Exactly.
And the wife would be like, I am not your slave here. From there, problem will start. But don't let us forget that domestic violence does not really focus on or does not really emphasize on just physical harm. Maybe fighting. It could be financial aspects. It could be emotional. But all these things still they start from physical aspect of it. So, what do you understand by domestic violence? The word domestic violence.
No, the word domestic is home.
Yes.
And violence is trouble.
Trouble. When you find trouble.
You say trouble in the home.
I love that. So it's not actually funny, but at the same time, the way you said it, it is extremely funny.
it's something about the home. Then you bring the violence. Like violence is like trouble. So it'd be like trouble in the home.
That's true. Yeah. Thank you for that, Wanchuku. Now, to me, domestic violence is not just a private family matter. If we actually check it, it is a serious social and human rights issue. It includes physical, emotional, and psychological, and even financial abuse.
You said it earlier, and I was confused about it.
Like within relationship or household, trouble at home.
True.
And it says many victims suffer silently because of fear, shame, and cultural pressure. Many victims actually keep silence because of fear, because of shame. Who wants to speak out that?
When it's beating me.
Or my mom and dad keeps fighting every day.
My wife is beating me.
That one, as a man, God forbid. Just imagine any of your close friends coming out and tell you that my home is not settled, and if I actually get home by 8, my wife will start beating me. You first look like no. That's the reaction. That is the reaction that, bro.
Oh no.
No, what's going on? But based on the fact that the man doesn't want to retaliate, because if a man retaliates, or if it is the wife, or the other way around, vice versa, maybe the wife feel like if I retaliate and it leads to injury or death, who is going to take care of the kids? Do you get?
At some point, I'll feel that this domestic violence of a thing, when it comes to choice of life, the point is that people don't speak up. But I won't blame them, because it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Imagine you meeting someone that you trust, and the person will be like, please pray for me, my husband is beating me. And the person will be like, keep on praying, don't worry, keep on praying. You're not helping the person, no. I tell the person, don't worry, keep on praying, don't worry, the Lord will change it. Let me tell you, the truth is that I feel that whenever domestic violence starts in a home, let me not be biased. Let me not say.
No, you're not be biased, because according to statistics, it actually shows that women and children are the most affected.
Yeah, victims.
Victims, 80% of whatever domestic violence that is going on, they are always the victim. And through what's it called? When the home is not settled, the children too will be settled. That's when you see that parents keep moving their children. Go and stay with grandma. I and your dad or mom wants to have conversation. And I'm like, no big conversation. They also iron out an issue. The issue can still lead to fights, physical harm. And from physical harm, emotional damage could be done. It could be a trauma. Even if the person is trying to come out of it, the PTSD, even if she sees someone else, no, I'm not saying moving on. Maybe someone have a conversation and the person has started raising voice. Be like, wait, are you trying not to am I not trying to face this again? So that's why the statistics said 80% of women and children are the most affected. And let's start about awareness, because so many people have actually written about domestic violence. So many people have talked about it even before our time. And now we are here on this episode again, dwelling on the topic of domestic violence, how it affects a household entirely. Because it leaves a negative impact. It doesn't have positive, to me.
At all.
It doesn't, because why would you say you wake up one morning,
you just wake up to beat up someone
or your kids?
So nothing.
Because I don't like your mom. Because me and your dad are no longer together. Because we're having an issue at home. It is none of the whatever adult conversation we want to have. It shouldn't lead to violence.
I think there's something that one girl told me.
Okay.
That a man can talk to me, can we can have quarrel, but don't you ever raise your hand on me. You know, that'll break your head. The girl told me that the day any man, she's not married, like she's single and like she's done with school, but she was telling me that the day any man raises her hand on her, and she's going to break the man's head. I was like, yeah.
No.
Yeah? And that's what like bringing up feminism of the stuff because of this domestic violence. Because they'll be like
gender
equality,
like,
and they'll be like,
who are you to control me?
Exactly. And they'll be like, why do you have to?
Why would you want me to be submissive to you? If I want to be submissive to you, I will do it willingly, not you forcing me.
And at some point, do you know the problem there is that the community can be part, like they can ginger this domestic violence.
That's why I said earlier that some people actually go on silent based on fear, shame, and community cultural, what's it called? Cultural pressure. Yes, sorry. Cultural pressure.
True. Because it'll be like, I don't know if there's a culture. I think there was something that is trending online about raping festival.
Exactly. That's
actually part of domestic violence.
Yeah. Because
why would a girl come out and like 5, 10, 50 men are like after the girl, and I saw the trend and I was like, yeah,
that's an abuse. Sexual abuse.
Telling you. And I think I saw one video of the girl shouting, I beg, please leave me, let me just run and go. They were like, but even small children like of 12, 13, and imagine being raised in that community and you already having the mindset of this is how to handle the woman. The woman you must be in control, clinical and blah blah blah. Come on. So that's a lot.
That's actually a lot. And do you know that this domestic violence does not really start with violence?
Okay.
I remember you said something that earlier that trying to like control.
Mm-hmm.
And he said so it doesn't start with sometimes it starts with abuse, like controlling behavior, insult, or isolation for family and friends. And over the time, it can actually escalate into more serious harm. And recognizing these early signs of it, you trying to control, like, because I'm this, because I'm that, you have to be submissive to me. Or trying to to isolate from family and friends. Because someone tried to, my sister called them sadists, and I think the word sadist means when you have some plans within you that I don't like people, I just want to be alone. Anybody that comes through, like try to like reach out to you, it might be harmful. The other party might be harmful to that person. Now, why would you come to my space? Do I need you? And for the controlling aspect, controlling behavior, I own you. You own nobody in this life.
At all.
We own nobody. Anybody that comes to you, willing to be your partner, willing to be your friend, willing to be your family. Like, God is the one that owns everybody in this world. So, because you are more wealthy than your partner, does not give you the right to like, I own you. Your partner has, the children too has their own life to live. They have their decision to make.
True.
We know we all come through our parents, and they are like our guiding light. Not even like they are our guiding light, because after God is our parents. And now going to the community, my parents has trained me to be on my own. And you from somewhere, because one thing led to another, and you are now coming to because we are together now, because I'm from a rich family or this or that, I own you. You and who? Me as a guy, like Segun as a guy, I won't accept that. And if it doesn't work out between us, you have your own way to go, I have my own way to go. We can depart. You get? So, And the next question, like something really do bother me that people going through domestic violence, why do they stay silent?
That would be a good point.
Because the more you speak up, the more human rights activists,
But okay.
legal activists are there. Like people in the legal system, the lawyers and co, human rights activists and co, they will come out. And if they see that your story is genuine, but why do people keep silent when it comes to domestic violence? Like people going through it or experiencing it.
I feel that why people, the truth is this, that why many victims of domestic violence stay silent. One, because of fear. Two, because of financial dependency. Like what you said. Three, you now say, my kids. Who's gonna take care of my kids? Third one, I'll be the fourth one. It's gonna be like societal pressure. This woman have left her marriage. The one they
They'll now start counting.
Exactly. This one we just married 2 years ago. Societal pressure. Now, in some cases, victims may they worry about being stigmatized, being held as this person let's say you belong to a particular religion, or let's say you are one famous person like that. That's always when people come out, they'll be like, "Ooh, this is like really God sent," and they now hear like, this person, the husband they beat her more. It's going through a lot. They'll be like, instead of people to know more about this, let me just die in silence.
That's deep.
Let me just die in silence.
Because what you said is actually true. In some communities, they will tell people going through to endure. I should endure pain.
Bro, that's really crazy. Elders of the land will come up and be like, it's not beating. Come on, endure. That what we see in marriage. Now lie. That's a lie.
The abuse for the sake of marriage, or they should endure the abuse for the sake of the marriage. Like that is what marriage is all about. Ups and downs.
You have the ups and downs. Marriage is not. I know marriage is not easy, but it must not include beating.
You must not even include anything violence.
I'm telling you, at all.
I don't want to know whatever it is.
Don't include violence.
You can work things out amicably. Babe, Alpha, this is what you did the other time, which I don't really like. Communication.
Effective.
When they said communication is the key, we think it is just a mere statement, but truly it is actually the key to better or improvement of friendship or relationship. Bro, Alpha, what you did the other time, I don't like it. You've gotten to know what your guy does not like. Your woman has gotten to know what you don't like, and never it repeats itself. You've made yourself clear,
understand,
and everything has gone.
Though it may not be easy.
It may not be easy, Paul. Time heals. That's the essence of time. You heal. As time goes on, you let your mind be free from it, and you heal. And they'll tell you, because of family reputation, you are from so family. They must not add that.
Let me not say that is trash, actually. Because why you tell me because of legal something this household, and I say I'm a prince of so kingdom.
They must not hear that.
They must not hear that
divorce
is happy, that are beating you, bro. I feel that the more we understand this domestic violence, the more like the society will be a better place.
To be very honest,
I'm telling you.
Because why would you tell me because of family reputation I should endure something that's going to kill me?
Like
sorry for using the word kill, but something that's going to damage me. Harm me. Same thing is applied to the women and the children. Because nobody should even experience whatever
I'm telling you
it is when it comes to domestic violence.
Because that scar is gonna be in your head.
Be it the emotional aspect of it, be it the physical aspect of it or psychological aspect of it. Nobody should ever, even this financial aspect of it, anything violence. Because some people would want to prove to you that because I have money and something happened, I can send you to jail. Because of the connection they have.
Financial dependency. And
other aspect of financial dependence maybe the wife does not really have up to what the husband is the breadwinner. If you want to go.
Let me see how you survive without me. And before you know it, the fear will not come in. If I go now, how am I going to be surviving? Hey, what am I going to be eating?
What about the children?
The point is that the children matter. But I feel at some point for your safety.
That is why UK does not really play with anything child welfare. Once they see a home is actually a broken home and they get to know, when it gets to their social service agency,
pick up
the children for safety. And remember, as a social work student, we had this particular child welfare service.
True.
Child
Right Act.
Exactly. No child is expected
to experience this.
Because
it's going to be in the person's brain, and the person is going to grow up
with the trauma
of either seeing the other partner as or hating the other partner.
And he or she is going to develop that habit that, okay, I think this is how it's been done.
See how my parents are beating each other, and they grow up with it, and they'll be like,
a boy child grown into man will be like, he has to have this controlling behavior that
I must beat my wife.
Yeah,
like my wife will be under me.
Yeah,
and that is right. God.
And to the female child will be like, since I've seen my parent fighting every time, my mommy get beaten almost every time, I can't actually get into anything called marriage.
Yeah, that girl. That most of the time that's what they have in their mind.
They'll be like,
why do I have to be in a relationship whereby you have to beat me like the way that I beating my mother?
Because if you have any little misunderstanding,
they don't beat me.
It leads to fights. PTSD.
And that will make them to hate one gender. I wish you tell this story. There's this story that I was told that a man of God used to beat his wife.
Just imagine.
I'm telling you the truth.
Just imagine.
Now, whenever he beat his wife, those are like when the kids were there, they were still growing up. So whenever he beats the wife, after beating the wife, he now mount on the pulpit and I'll be preaching
against domestic violence.
Why him in his home?
I remember what the Bible said. He said remove the small before you remove the log in someone else's, remove your speck, the little one in your own, because you can't be preaching to me what you are not practicing.
And at that point, the story goes like whenever he's like preaching, the wife will just stand up and leave. I'm telling you the truth. The wife will just like stand up and leave.
If you're the one, will you stay?
She'll be like, I feel like in her mind she'll be like, why are you preaching this? What you're not practicing? And later on in life, the man continued to beat his wife till the son grew up and he's married. Now one day, that thing happened and the woman called the son and said, come on, your father is like raging. The son came over and was like, Father, I'm a grown-up man. You can't try that because we are kids at that point, but you can't try that now. He held his father and said, if you try this again, I'm going to lock you up. I'm going to expose your ministry. And the story says, the story was like, after that day, the man never tried that shit again.
Oh, because there was just imagine the wife could not speak up based on the family reputation.
Exactly.
My husband is a man of God and I'm a shepherdess.
I'm going through this.
Like, what would people say about our family? Cultural pressure, societal pointing that look at shepherdess that they have been.
She shepherdess.
So that's why she had to
she's smiling, but in her heart she's going through a lot.
If not that his son actually stood up against him,
that woman,
it would continue.
And that's the truth. I think that's why people say break the silence.
Yeah, had it been the woman actually speaks up and they get to invite human rights activists and the legal people in the legal system, like the lawyers, to look into it, and they get to find the evidence that this thing is really happening truly. That's going to be another form of silencing the man, stopping the man from that behavior.
But
because definitely
that human rights activists are also human beings too.
Yeah.
And we are in Africa, whereby some cultures see it as common that I feel that activists or human rights activists, let's say majorly happens in Western world. Because in Nigeria, I've seen whereby people see beating, like domestic violence, as a normal thing.
No be family matter.
Exactly. They will settle it. Like, before you know it, I think there was one story that happened one time about a musician, but I won't mention the person's name. She died out of it.
Yeah.
Domestic violence.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not going to. I know about the story.
And at that point, I would be like, oh God, are you really in heaven and you're seeing all this happening?
The person that actually that caused the domestic violence is still living.
I'm telling you.
And this person is gone.
It's dead. That is really dead.
So
really help us.
It is better to like speak out and make it clear that domestic violence is not actually acceptable and no one deserves to experience the abuse like in all form. So breaking the silence is the first step towards safety and healing. So breaking the silence, people have to speak up.
Yeah.
Whoever is listening to this episode and you have someone that is going through, or just speak up.
Don't believe them. They'll be like, it's a normal thing. It is not normal.
It is not normal
at all. It is not normal.
It is not normal for you to go through emotional pain, to go through physical pain, to go through any form of pain when it comes to domestic violence.
And also, when we talk about this issue, I feel that we need to educate people and we should support victims.
Yeah.
Because people that are in such a situation, they'll be like, if I leave now, I'm going to lose a lot. Imagine couples having joint accounts and domestic violence happens and one leaves and you don't have something to rely on. Financial dependency comes in. But let me just go back.
Let me go and endure.
Even if it's beating me,
I will endure. For the sake of my children.
You endure to your detriment.
See, you are no more. And this particular person will still be on earth. That's why you see that 1 year later, he has relocated to Australia.
I'm telling you. Carry your children. Go marry another person.
Start new life. But where are you? You're gone.
Let's break the circle of silence.
Speak up.
Speak to somebody.
And that actually brings me back to when we are talking about speaking up, who are these people that we have to speak? Like people going through this domestic violence. Who are the people they are going to speak up to? And that's where we have many organizations, community group, counselor, and legal service that help experiencing domestic violence. Speaking to a trusted friend, family member, or professional can make a big difference. Remember I said it earlier that you have to speak up.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking to human rights activists, we have them in different forms. Some could be political activists, but when it comes to domestic violence, speak to them, and they are going to link you up with lawyers and counselor for them to once they get the evidence and it's being presented in the courts, and the courts actually get to this is what is going to be the best for you now, and they make the best decision for the person to come out from that experience, from that trauma. That's where the counselors, social workers, and family members who are trusted are being needed. So now coming to the end of the show on today's episode, for those who are actually experiencing domestic violence in any form, please kindly speak up.
Every voice matters.
Every voice matters. People are out there to that. But if you want to speak up, make sure your story is genuine.
Don't be the person that is doing it and you can't report.
Let your story be genuine. Don't be at fault, because what people you are speaking up to, they'll definitely make their findings. They'll go for investigation before writing petition against whoever you are reporting. And once the story is genuine, speak up, and definitely you are going to come out of it.
Sure.
So, for you to get more of our podcast episode, just like I've said earlier on the show before we dive into just kindly subscribe to Emmy's Pop channels on YouTube and Emmy's Room on Spotify to get. So I still remain your humble moderator, your humble host, Segun Abraham. And Emmanuel, what is your take-home advice for people that are going through, or people that know people that are going through? Yeah.
Okay, let's continue to speak up, as you said earlier. Let's support victims and let's build safer communities. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to follow Emmy's Room for more meaningful conversations.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you and bye.
Yeah, we love you all.